Hello everybody, today's short video is on looking after yourself and putting yourself first. Putting ourselves first is just as important as looking after the needs of others. We could even say that putting ourselves first is really important, especially if we're looking after others. So whether you're a young person or a young person caring for others, this 10-minute video is all about you and will provide you with a range of tips and techniques to boost your well-being. So today we will focus on positive ways to look after ourselves. So what I'll ask you to do is to take a minute out to think about your positive affirmations. So now that we're feeling positive, take your time and think about what this string of letters could say. Give yourself time. What else could it say? Did you read happiness is nowhere? Or did you give yourself a little bit more time and read happiness is now here? So why did I show you this string of letters? Did we focus on the positive or did we focus on the negative? Sometimes we just need a little bit more time to see the positive in a situation. And again, we can train our brain to focus on the positive. Let me share with you the tale of the two wolves. One evening, an old cherokee told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. The grandfather said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is evil, it's anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed. The other is good, it's joy, it's peace, it's love, it's hope, it's empathy, it's truth and compassion." The grandson thought about it and said, "But which wolf wins?" And the old cherokee simply said, "The one that you feed." So what is this story telling us? It's saying that we have a choice. We can listen to the bad wolf or we can listen to the positive wolf. We can feed the positive wolf. We have a choice. So remember, you have a choice. Feed the good wolf. So with choice in mind, let's look at some of the things that we can do to feel good, to feel and stay well. One thing we can do is to keep calm and focus on the areas that we do have choice and control. So let's look at emotions. Everybody feels emotional at times. This is normal. But sometimes we get confused about those emotions. So it can be really helpful to take time out and think about the emotion to understand it. Is it just a feeling of feeling out of sorts? Maybe. But if we listen to ourselves just that little bit deeper, we can recognize, is it anger? Is it happiness? Is it anxiety? Or is it sadness? It might be a mixture of those, and it can be helpful to label those emotions. It can also be helpful to understand the intensity of the emotion that you recognize. So with anger, are we slightly angry? Are we very angry? Are we frustrated or are we furious? And then we can start to think about what can we do about that emotion. So one of the things that we can do when we're feeling emotional, whether it's angry, whether it's anxiety or sadness, is we can talk to someone that we can trust. We can find a vent buddy and get that emotion off of our chest. We can talk to our buddy about how we feel. And often, just the fact that someone's listening to us, somebody that we trust, makes us feel just that bit better. Another way of diffusing difficult emotions is exercise. And that's because exercise releases endorphins or happy emotions. Sometimes all we need is fresh air, a walk around the park, a walk around the garden, or simply to open the back door and breathe in fresh air. For some, it's about being at one with nature, looking at the birds, looking at the plants, seeing what you can see, maybe looking at the clouds, listening to the water. Eating well is an important aspect of feeling well. There is that saying, nourish your body, nourish your mind. So a healthy diet makes us feel well and contributes to our well-being. This doesn't mean about going on a diet. It doesn't mean calorie counting. It means simply eating those foods that look good and that we know are healthy. Healthy body, healthy mind. Releasing our creativity can make us feel positive. By doing something creative, it's a good distractor and it can take our minds off of stuff, and it certainly makes us feel happier. It doesn't matter what that creativity is. It could be sewing, it could be painting, it could be crafting, but get on and do something that you enjoy. It will certainly make you feel better. Knowing our well-being anchors can be useful. An anchor is something that we know works for us. So it could be that you know speaking to a trusted friend always makes you feel better. It could be that you know if you play your favorite game, that makes you feel better. Maybe it's watching that funny old movie or picking up your favorite hobby. So when you're feeling a little bit down, when you're not feeling at your best, engage in an anchor that you know will lift your mood. Hobbies are great for well-being. They help us focus, they're enjoyable, they can be sociable if we engage with the hobby with a friend, but they're also creative and they can be hugely rewarding. So it could be about revisiting old hobbies that you enjoyed in the past, or it could be about giving a new hobby a try. If we focus on the negative, if we focus on the things that we haven't achieved in the day or in our life, that can spiral our emotions down and can affect our well-being. So it can be really helpful to focus on our achievements, not our failures. So I would suggest at least once a day, think about what is it that I've achieved today. Maybe it's that you submitted an assignment. Maybe it's that you got some good marks back from a previous essay. Maybe it's that you tidied your room. Those may sound like simple things, but again, it's part of that brain training. Train your brain to think on the things and focus on the things that are positive, things that you've achieved. Similarly, focusing on our strengths rather than our weaknesses can boost our well-being. So I'd like you to think about, what are your top 3 strengths? What are the things that you're good at? Maybe it's listening, maybe it's creativity, maybe it's building or making, or maybe it's something about friendships. Take a moment out and remind yourself of your strengths. One thing that we can do to feel good, healthy mind, healthy body, is to practice mindfulness. And mindfulness is about focusing on the here and the now and choosing to let go of any distracting thought, stopping those distracting thoughts such as worrying about family, worrying about friends, worrying about school, and focusing on what is in front of us. What do we see? What do we hear? So practice mindfulness. See, hear, smell, and taste those things that are around you. And don't forget to take time out to relax. You're the most important person. So even if it's 10 minutes out here, an hour out here, take time out to relax. It may be just simply doing nothing, sitting in the garden, sitting on the sofa, relax, chill. And lastly, importantly, be kind to yourself. So thank you for watching our short video on looking after yourself. I hope you found it useful, and don't forget to watch the other videos too. Thank you.